Did you know that where you live can add or take away years from your life? There are places in the world where there are existing longest living people. So, where are these places and what are the lessons, the things that they do that we can learn from? What are the things they do that you and I can learn from that can actually add years to our lives? So, these people follow habits, lifestyles, certain diets that have actually helped them to enjoy this kind of life. So here is the countdown to the 15 longest living countries in the world. 15. Spain. They live 83.3 years on the average. Spain's secret is that they engage basically in Mediterranean diet. And what is this? This includes taking olive oil, fresh vegetables, plenty of protein, healthy protein, fish, and interestingly, they do well with social connections. That's interesting. That's Spain with 83.3 years on the average. Next is Norway, 14. Norway, 83.4 years on the average. They have universal healthcare. That means that their environment is not toxic with production of toxic waste, or they know how to channel their toxic waste such that it doesn't affect the environment and the health of the people. Norwegians also have an active lifestyle. They tend to enjoy some of the European lifestyle, the best quality of life in Europe. 13 on the list on this countdown is Israel. Interestingly, Israel has 83.5 years on the average, with a diet rich in fresh produce, legumes, olive oil, combining that with strong family ties. In Israel, people have strong family ties, and then this keeps them healthier and longer. Next is Australia. Australians live 83.6 years on the average. They engage in outdoor living, regular exercise, and they have one of the world's best public health systems. This plays a big role in their longevity. Number 11 country is Sweden. In Sweden, they live up to about 3.7 years on the average. They tend to have a balance of work and life. That is definitely a good thing to emulate, a good culture. They have good healthcare system, great access to healthcare services, and they engage in diet. They engage in diets low in processed foods, and this is a healthy lifestyle. This supports healthy aging. 10th on the list is Italy. Interesting. The Italians live 83.8 years on the average, and then they also engage in Mediterranean lifestyle. I mean, that shows the power of the Mediterranean diet. Slow eating, they eat less processed foods, and they have strong family bonds. Next is Switzerland. Switzerland, they live 84 years on the average. They are known for good healthcare, clean environments, and active living. Swiss citizens are said to actually rank among the world's healthiest people. Wow. Next is Singapore. Have you been to Singapore before? I've not been there myself, okay? But they live 84.2 years on the average. They have strict public health policies. They have clean water and a diet that blends with Asian traditions. And this has been found to be helpful for them to stay healthy. Seventh on the list is South Korea. In South Korea, they live 84.3 years on the average, and with a diet filled with fermented foods like kimchi. Kimchi, I hope I got that correctly. If you are a South Korean, let me know in the comments. Is it kimchi? Plus strong healthcare and rapid innovation, which contribute to their longevity. Next is a country that is close to Italy, Italian's neighbor. That's France. They live 84.4 years. They wine in moderation. Lots of fresh produce. They engage in eating fresh produce and emphasize on balanced meals which explains the famous French paradox. Next is Iceland. They live 84.5 years on the average. They engage in consuming fresh seafoods. They have active lifestyle. They have low crime rates in Iceland. There are some countries that cannot boast of that. The low crime rates actually help Icelanders live long. They have stress-free lives. Imagine living in an environment with some level of security. Four more countries on this list. Japan. Japan, number 4 on the list. The Japanese live 85 years on the average, and they actually have the world's most famous longevity cultures, and that includes taking seafoods, green leaves, leafy greens, green tea, daily walking. Can you see why your moderate intensity exercise, brisk walking is important? They have strong community ties. Third on the list is Macau. In Macau, they live on the average 85.4 years. Wow. Though small, a small country, Macau benefits from excellent healthcare. They are also said to engage in diets rich in seafoods and vegetables. Now, there is a controversy about Hong Kong, or the first on this list as the country with the longest living people. However, from research and current information as at this time, Hong Kong is said to be second on the list, okay, according to global statistics, IMSEE data available. And then according to the United Nations based projections and visual capitalist rankings, Hong Kong is ranked third, even there. Other projections place Hong Kong just among the top few, distinctly high but consistently below Monaco in global ranking. So the second on our list, Hong Kong, they live 85.9 years on the average. Hong Kong has led this for years, and thanks to good healthcare and, of course, active living. Even in a busy city as such, many residents still walk daily and eat traditional fresh foods. Finally, the first on the list, topmost of the countries where people live longest, is Monaco. Yes, Monaco, they live 89 years. In fact, it is said that Zins live almost 90 years at the top. This is related to the wealth of that nation, the healthcare services available, the diet, of course, stress-free living among the people makes the world's longevity capital. Would you like to live in Monaco or in Hong Kong? The key takeaways really are this: whether you are in your 20s, your 30s, or you are in your 40s and above, you can add years to your life with God, okay? But these countries have this common culture, that is eating less of processed foods, taking in more plantains and seafoods, of course, staying physically active. You heard when I mentioned walking, daily walking, not just about workouts, gym workouts. You can engage in moderate intensity exercises like walking daily, brisk walking, 5 days in a week, just for 30 minutes. You can also engage in cycling. If you can engage in swimming. Also, these are very helpful forms of physical activity. Interestingly, did you notice that most of these countries have strong social connections? So your relationships are important. And if you are in a country where there is a level of social connection, then you should enjoy that and maximize it for your health. Of course, we cannot deny the fact that most of these countries have good health systems and easy access to healthcare services. And finally, the aspect of stress reduction. People finding ways to reduce stress, whether as a nation or as a family, communities, family, and as individuals. So no matter where you live, the important thing is that you can actually add years to your life. if you are able to adopt this kind of lifestyle, okay, all these lessons can also help you as you put them into practice. And I'm sure that you are not hearing some of these things for the first time, but the important thing is to put action into what you know. So if you found this video helpful, kindly do well to like, give it a thumbs up, and do well to subscribe. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, you can get more practical health tips on this channel. And then you should share this with someone who wants to live longer, of course, healthier. I'm sure you know a number of people who would love to, and by God's grace, they will. So share with them. Thank you for the like. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. I am Dr. Soyemi Damilare. See you in the next video.